as you recall, Steve King was out there talking immigration last week, and he said to Newsmax that, what was it exactly? How, dreamers, for every one valedictorian dreamer kid, there's 100 dreamers, drug mules was his word, drug mules, who had them cantaloupe-sized calves, and they were running drugs across the border. And that's why these kids have got to go. They got to get out of here.
It's like, hey, I feel for little hey-whore and other ones who are nice in the schools, but 99% of his friends are drug smugglers. That's what he said.
Exactly.
He's a lunatic.
So anyway,
he's a charmless Michelle Bachmann.
So anyway, he had another interview over the weekend, on a radio interview, where he said something like, I've personally held one of these cantaloupe-sized calves immigrants. Because as we're going to hear from this Fox News interview that we pulled sound from, he apparently went over and spent some time with the border police, and by some time I mean like a day or two, which somehow makes him an expert. But so King was on Fox News, and he reiterated that he has seen and heard undocumented youths with cantaloupe-sized calves cross the border, and even confirmed those details with Border Patrol agents. Let's listen. It's the first one.
In your words, this is what you've said. For everyone who's a valedictorian, there's another 100 out there who weigh 130 pounds, and they've got calves the size of cantaloupes because they're hauling 75 pounds.
Press pause a second.
Of marijuana.
This is Fox News.
This is even Fox.
I mean, she's reading this. She's reading this like, what? Like, continue.
Across the desert? I mean, do you have evidence to really back that up?
You're not a drug smuggler. Why are you talking about this? Sorry.
Sure I do. I've spent a lot of time down on the southern border. I've made multiple trips down there. I've ridden for days with the Border Patrol. I've sat on the border at night in the dark, no night vision, minimal security, and had illegals coming across that border on both sides of me. You can count the shadows and can't be sure, but the noises you hear, are real. I've been out there in a
I know the sound of a cantaloupe-sized calf in the desert when I hear one.
We know the clink of cantaloupes on calves with weed.
Ranch house at night as Border Patrol agents will come and talk to me in civilian clothes alone, one at a time, and ask not to be identified and hand me documents without names, dates, or places on it, so the narrative they tell me cannot be identified back to them. I have unloaded illegal drugs with my own hands down on the border at Arizona. This is hand.
That leads to pretty obvious follow-up questions there.
Yes.
I've unloaded illegal drugs with my bare hands on the border in Arizona. Where are the investigations?
Hands on, eyes on from the Border Patrol as well. And I got a call from them yesterday, and I said, do I need to come back down and refresh myself? And they said, no, you're spot on what you're saying, but maybe you got the weight 10 pounds up. So that was the conversation yesterday from a call that came to me unsolicited as the Border Patrol, some of them I understood standing around there listening to the conversation. But here's what
let's do you have facts to back this up? Yeah, I do, and here's my non-facts. There's no fact. He didn't even present any facts.
I have a phone call.
I have a friend who's a Border Patrol agent.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said. Like, that's basically, he's got no sources, nothing. And, am I right? You might be 10 pounds too high on their weight. They're 120-pound people with cantaloupe-sized calves. Not quite. Is that, how much longer is that first clip?
That's it. That's the first one. It's done.
All right.
That's it.
Oh man, that's just amazing. Really, I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. This guy thinks he's got it all. The facts are laid right here. I heard the sound of cantaloupe-sized calves clanking in the wind while they were crossing the border. It was at nighttime, and we had no night vision, which is exactly what he said. But I heard it.
He heard it and he saw it, and then his friend called. All of this literally could be taking place in his head. To explain to you how real those cantaloupe-sized calves are, when I first heard them, I said to myself, is that watermelon-sized calves? But then I listened closely, and I had to correct myself. Nope, cantaloupe-sized calves. That's right, cantaloupe-sized calves.